Hello and welcome. Realized I had my mic off. I had just put the headset on when we started. That's smooth. I woke up today to get some messages that one of our two players for tonight will not be available for the next 3 days. So we're down to one who will be around just as game time starts. So it is just me kind of ad-libbing for a few minutes. I want to say that, we're really thankful to be presenting these shows to you. It's kind of an effort to demonstrate how D&D kind of works. It is to kind of go and see what can happen with various group members, and should be a rather interesting case. Hang on. Rather interesting case of what could happen in a game, how the players interact, what you're going to do if you run in homebrew stuff. For instance, this storyline is based off of an old video game, Geneforge, remade by Spiderweb Software. And the story behind it is really what we're taking. And that's kind of the setting on this island. Them trying to get off the island is also kind of the plot of the first game. However, how the island is set up and everything else is completely my own creation. So there's much here for them to kind of explore and look through, and we hope you kind of enjoy that. I see our player for the night has joined, so I will kind of open up to at least let you see the map while we talk.
Hey, yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I believe everything audio checks out.
Alright, I'm just waiting for Roll20 to open.
That's fine. In the background, hoping I'm not disturbing everything, is formatting one of the videos from earlier this week. Hopefully everything is going to go fine. We don't have any problems. There's a moment of when you kind of speak to dead air and there's no one else listening. Are you a crazy person talking to yourself? But as a content creator, you don't know.
Like, I mean, all radio people are.
Yeah, a little bit. Which might explain some of them.
It would explain most of I mean, you have to be kind of crazy already if you want to do that. Like, yes, I want to sit in a room and, like, play music at people, talk some.
Maybe occasionally let them call into the station, but for the most part, we don't really talk to them. It's really the background people that talk to them. Me on the air, we don't get to. An odd way to have a job, Okay.
All right,
so, as a single person running around, what does your character want to do? Like everyone else is, we'll say they're off fishing, and I guess I should roll to see how many fish they catch. So we'll do something. Doesn't take much to fish. I think. How many days do you kind of plan to do this downtime?
Like, it depends how long it takes me to do stuff, kind of.
Okay.
But,
then we'll
like,
try
one thing I want to do is have to...
I'll try a d6 for the first day, see how many fish. Well, there you go. Plenty of fish for your 2 people to eat, and your third baggage person to kind of sit around and have something as well. At least they can help translate and make shaper checks at this point. At this point, because we don't know what happened to our third player, I am going to... I hate to say that Clovis has to remain dead at this point, because I don't have an option to bring him back. But we will say instead that perhaps one of your two characters took the knowledge shaper ranks that they were given. Would you like that? Should I offer that to Desert?
Um, it's a knowledge check. It's a
Mm-hmm.
knowledge skill.
Yep.
That's it's more useful to me.
Okay.
Well, it's actually less useful to me. Like I get a D6, a free D6, added to all of my knowledge checks that I've been forgetting about.
It's okay. There you go. So that's how that works. Feel free to add that to your sheet.
I, I, I just figure I'll just roll D6. But yeah, the first thing that Jillian would be tempted to do would be to kind of search the woods between. So that's a cliff right there. So the woods, there isn't really woods.
Do you mean over here?
By. Yeah, but there's a
Yeah.
cliff right there. So
There
I mean,
is
I can get out
a
the
cliff
pool.
on both sides, but there is some woods in between the beach where you land, which is more over here, and
Yeah,
here. So if you want to search this area, do you just want to spend a day
yeah,
doing that?
yeah. I'll spend a day doing that.
Um, Give me 4 perception checks.
Like,
Don't you worry about what I rolled. Just roll your 4.
yeah.
That's oratory.
Oh, sorry.
Makes a vast difference, but you are speaking well while you're doing this, just practicing.
Well, yeah. Speaking of crazy, I'm actually like talking to myself, like debating about stuff while I'm combing that area,
Mm-hmm.
because I have gone insane
Well,
from salt.
uh, ironically enough, the one that I was going to choose was second, and congratulations, you find a cave opening over in this cliff.
Fun. What type of, like, just a cave, like a gap in the wall
Gap in the wall?
in the cliff?
Yeah, hang on one moment while I set it up. I will say that the map for this one is going to be in reverse again. Oh, how fun. I had this problem with the last group. Only one other group has gotten this section, so congrats.
Yay!
Alright, what is going on here? This doesn't look right. Alright. We're going to pull you over to here. So you should be able to at least see. So I kind of fiddle about with getting the map right. Really? Something to do with the edge of Roll20 always seems wrong. Okay. Alright, we'll just go with this. Okay, so quick note that am I on the right layer? There we are. Okay. Clear drawings. Quick note that north is, and what just happened to that? North is this way. So this is south. This is west and east. Okay?
Alright.
Alright. In that case, we're going to start by going ahead with this is where you enter over here. It's rather dim and dark as you enter. The outside, you think could have been a properly man-made wall at some point, but it has since like fallen, kind of collapsed in on itself. There's enough space to kind of squeeze into if you're interested.
Into the further into the thing, or
Yes,
to a
yeah,
separate?
further into the cave.
Yeah, I'll. I do have a low light vision.
Okay. You
So, yeah.
should notice a bit of an entryway then, with a little branch kind of leading off to the right as you enter. It starts to get kind of
And here's
wider
this-
as you come in. There's space enough for two men to stand next to each other with, kind of reaching out to kind of touch hands, and then still another hand out farther to the side to reach a wall.
All right.
Basically enough space for a cart, perhaps, to get through. But unfortunately, the entryway has since collapsed, and it is not that way.
All right. I'm going to enter into this little entry
Alright.
thing.
So you want
And so
to
here-
move south or continue east?
Right now, I'm just. Does it continue east further?
You suspect it does? It's a little dark. Do you have any light?
I do have a torch with me.
Oh, in that case, you do see much farther. There's also a branch going farther north.
I'll remove a torch. Torch expand.
Do you want to glance down both passageways off? Just kind of like see what's there?
Yeah, I'll glance off.
Alright. You see, darkness leading to more passageway to the south, and a corner leading east to the north.
All right. I'm going to take a moment to kind of inspect the investigate, I should say, the walls.
Okay.
See if there's any like writing or some. Perception. And so it's a 20 on perception.
I have a problem.
Hmm.
I'm gonna need to refresh. I'm sorry. I just closed a pop-out window for the dice. I don't even know how I did that. And now I can't open the dice checks to see what you rolled or anything.
Oh, fun.
So let me try that again. There we go. Okay. This fifth perception here, the 20. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. The walls look to be kind of... They were tiled at one point, but the tiling is clearly rather old. It's very worn down in places, and it seems to be just kind of weathered at this point. Doesn't look like anything purposely like scratched it up or anything, just like wind and whatnot.
Yeah, wear and tear.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to continue down the south corridor.
Okay.
But I'm going to do so carefully, at half speed, keeping my
Has to be.
my senses.
Give me another perception check as you proceed down this corridor. I am changing colors. Whoops.
Oof.
Okay. Well, it's a nice corridor. Again, it's fairly wide. Not enough for a cart this time. Oh, I did leave out, in the last quarter, there were almost ruts in the floor in places.
Mm-hmm. So like a lot of cart travel
Possibly.
through.
Yes. But for this corridor, while it's wide, it's not as wide for carts.
Okay. So this is more of a walkway.
Mm-hmm.
No signs of doors or.
No. Towards the end, though, you notice it kind of break off west. Do you proceed to go around the
Okay.
corner?
No, I continue going up.
There is
I mean,
nothing else
south.
there. There's a wall there, so
Oh. Oh yeah, then I'll
yeah.
round the corner.
Okay. Uh, there is a rather lengthy corridor here. Do you kind of like do some more checks, perhaps, along it as you proceed?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. You find not a lot as this corridor kind of continues. The wear and tear on the walls is a little bit better. You can tell that these tiles were rather intricate and there were carvings on them at some point, but those are definitely going away. Towards the end, it turns back south.
Hmm. All right, I continue south.
Alright. You see a rather longer corridor again. But
I
also, um, there is less erosion on this left wall here. I tried to signify it. Oh, right there.
hmm. No.
Also, looking farther down the corridor, you do see a turn going off to the west.
Um. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to inspect a little bit more closely the less worn piece of wall.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Alright. You find well, rather poorly now concealed secret door. Fairly easy to
Hmm.
recognize it as a door now.
Uh, does it open easily? Do I kind of push at it? You know.
Yeah, opens very easily. You just kind of push and realize, oh, this isn't even connected anymore to anything.
Okay.
Opens up and it's
Cool.
about a 30 by 35 foot wide room with a door in the south and an archway in the, well, hang on, how am I saying? Door in the
That's the
north
north.
and then a door in the archway in the northeast.
Okay.
So this is why I put the compass so I would remember. And what do I do?
Hmm.
Promptly not look at it.
Cool. I'm going to look through the archway.
I did forget to mention there are a bunch of shattered storage cases and chests here. There's also a couple of book and scroll cases nearby, most of which are filled with just molding and moldering papers and whatnot.
All right. Well, before investigating this room further, I'm still going to look down the archway.
Okay. You see a corridor leading off to the west, and you believe you
Okay.
see a door at the far end, and of course the back side of the door and the other part of this wall.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I guess I'm going to search first, starting with the books and scrolls, then moving towards the barrels.
Not a lot in the way of the books here. They just kind of all fall apart for the most part. Uh,
Hmm.
Rather old molding paper and parchment. Not much is legible, in fact. Very little of it is. You might be able to catch maybe a letter here, or possibly a word there. Nothing that adds up to something of import. And then you said you were going to check the storage cases
I'm going to
next.
try to recognize more or less what languages are you.
What language? It is clearly the Shaper
Like how
language.
many? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, continue.
Yes. You said you were checking the storage cases next?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a simple and a martial weapon.
Okay. Just
Mm-hmm.
any simple and martial weapon.
Yep. I will kind of let you guys decide. Uh, After the tutorial area, I'm going to be limiting what you find, but for right now, it's kind of to help equip the party. Which, of
I'm
course,
going
now
light
is kind
desert.
of waste of time.
I'm going light desert. Choose
Mm-hmm.
what weapons because I'm going to probably give them to him anyways.
Okay.
The simple maybe a dagger.
Okay. There are actually 4 daggers here, though, so I was about to list
Mhm.
those next. So,
Okay.
yep. There is also a chain shirt and a breastplate.
Oh, that's good. That's nifty.
Mm-hmm.
Is any like is there? Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to bring all that over to over here if you can see on them.
Okay. Over back to the entryway.
Yeah, but where to no where the cart things start. So that's actually yeah, that's what it was. Where the cart trails start.
Yeah. Cart trail
It comes from
seems to be right here. It is stopped right where the entryway kind of has collapsed. You can tell it probably used to be open to carts going out, but it's
yeah.
not there
It's
because
like
of the.
it comes
Yes, it comes from the east.
some sort of storeroom.
Possibly.
Yeah. All right. So six no 5 daggers. A simple and martial weapon. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. 4 daggers, simple and a martial weapon, breastplate, and chain shirt.
Yeah.
I suppose you could also add a lot of old rotting wood. Might be useful. I don't know. Cast mending or something. Who knows? Surprise me.
I don't have. I'm going.
You said you were going back?
Yeah. Afterwards, I go back. Yeah.
Okay. So, if you're back in this room, what do you do next?
I continue through the door that leads, down the corridor.
Okay. Um, Let me get back to drawing shapes. You find a room. It's quite clear this was an office. Looks rather cramped. Very similar to the on-ship office of one of the officers of the guild, Flannery. Now,
Hmm.
as a passenger, even the ship captain kind of felt afraid, and this room still kind of fills you with that fear of her. You see a desk that has fallen apart over here. You
Hmm.
see 5 sticks kind of over in this corner.
Are they the same, like tumble? No.
I was about to say yes. You do recognize one of them as one of the sticks that the gentleman was guarding in the breeding pits. Yep.
I'll take
Unfortunately, it is dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they're animals. Yeah.
Yeah, they are rather kind of fallen apart, molding.
Yeah.
There's also a lever in this corner next to a bookcase slash perhaps chests, maybe. There's nothing in the shelves, but there is a lid to open up into a drawer area.
Yeah, I'm going to first search the drawer that's over here,
Okay.
and then move over to the desk and see if there's any drawers, and if those drawers have like any hidden compartment.
Yeah. In the drawer of the cabinet, it's just wide enough that a short sword has fit in the space. There also seems to be some chitinous material, perhaps very similar to the chitinous armor that Desert is currently wearing. Unfortunately, this chitin has cracked in half.
Okay.
As far as the desk, there are remnants of paper on top, and in the two drawers that are there, there's also some extra paper. You do see a couple quills that have, kind of aged badly, and some pots with powder in them.
Um, I'll kind of check out the powder.
You suspect this was once ink.
Ah, yes. Makes sense. But that could be then mixed with or some to make more ink.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll take the powder.
Okay.
More ink is always nice. I like the lever.
Yes. What about it?
I'm going to look this and add this.
You suspect the lever is still functional,
Mm-hmm.
from what you can tell from this side. Do you want to pull it? I mean, you don't see what it attaches to.
I'm going to leave it for now, and I'm
Okay.
going to continue up.
Okay. So over here, this corridor kind of continues off and ends at a door.
Mm-hmm. Can I open the door?
The door is locked.
Mm-hmm. What type of mechanism? Is it just a lock mechanism, or is it one of those? Like, what type of door is this?
It is locked. There is a keyhole. Perhaps if there had been a key somewhere nearby, you'd be able to open it. Do you have some kind of tools to open it?
I do have the maker tool, the shaper tool.
Ah, okay. Do you want to try to use that?
Yeah. So I'm going to roll my disable dice, and you can roll out.
It adds a 2 to your check, which makes a 10. Unfortunately, it
Which
breaks
is
in the
hard.
process, and that is
Yeah.
not enough to open it.
Is it also like a living mechanism, like a living tool, or is it
Yes.
mechanical?
It's a living tool.
I'm going to say sorry to the thing and then put it in my bag. Is it still alive or is it dead?
It's dying.
Oh, it's not. Can I try a heal check on this or something?
Try.
I'm going to use my...
Oh,
no.
you killed it.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, that was just bad all round.
Huh. Alright. A door. How are the hinges looking?
There are no hinges on this side.